the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chiko Abia Mapuni Chineke Nende Son Efewena Isiala Nina Ina Koza Hanso Yambu Onyana Jama Onyana Ge Farusi Obonane Ge Ole Kari Kereke Mabone Obia Mendi Nden So Kriana Isiala Nina Obadi Ndina Kole no totwa yaba no wanene Because you will make a difference with your source and no more and we're not going to but you know what? I would like you to believe that someone is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chiko Abia Mapuni Chineke Nende Son Efewena Isiala Nina Ina Koza Hanso Yambu Onyana Jama Onyana Ge Farusi Obonane Ge Ole Kari Kereke Mabone Obia Mendi Nden So Kriana Isiala Nina Obadi no totwa yaba no wanene and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and no more and we're not going to But you know what? They would like you to believe that America is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
So you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Nigeria, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. ERUPTS brought them in. Why did the government brought them in? Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show me. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where will the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Zone, you come to Onaji, you come to everybody, you come to Agulere, you come to Ebo, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building a way to Niger, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria, one Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax and pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger, airport to Niger, refinery to Niger. You take oil, you put oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. Or as PTS. And you're telling me that that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out. Pages of the newspaper to give the world giving the impression that everything is okay when things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is fine. You must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They are killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. So I'm a Democrat, I'm subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Abia Kanu to President Biden. In it, Abia said to come and help us fight terrorism, in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I say that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not people. When I say it, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of them are people. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we are born, where our umbilical cord, our long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou.
Breaking news reaching us now, the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested, extradited to Nigeria, and is right now being arraigned at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu is facing charges bordering on treasonable felony instituted against him at the Federal High Court.
It was an unjust war.
Long ago, in the heart of Biafra, a nation was born from the ashes of war. A war that scarred the land and its people, yet it never killed the spirit of freedom.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more.
It was in this land, scarred by conflict, that Nnamdi Kanu was born, a son destined to revive the dream of independence for Biafra.
And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us.
Raised with the echoes of his ancestors' struggles, Kanu understood that the wounds of war ran deep in the hearts of his people. The scars from the Biafran War, which ravaged the land and cost countless lives, had never healed. The dream of an independent Biafra, broken but not forgotten, lived in the hearts of those who survived. It was these voices, these memories, that called him to action. As Nnamdi Kanu grew, so did his voice. He became a preacher of justice, a messenger for those who were unheard. He spoke not just for his generation, but for all those whose lives were shattered by the war. The pain of the past was alive within him, and his words resonated with the cries of the oppressed.
That's why they're detained. Their children have been there for a very long time. Usman Abubakar is in detention. Mokhtar Umar is in detention. And DSS, they don't want to bring them to court. The families are here. Ibrahim Yahya is there as well. I was with them. Musa Kalamo is also there. Belief is also there.
But as Kanu's message spread, so did the fear of the establishment. His calls for self-determination grew louder, shaking the very foundations of the government. They feared the revival of a Biafran spirit, one that could awaken the wounds of the past and ignite a new conflict. And so, they moved against him. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, his body captured, but his spirit unbroken. The authorities believed that imprisoning him would extinguish the fire he had started. But they failed to understand the depths of his cause. The pain of the war, the bloodshed of the past, was not something easily forgotten. It was a flame that could never be fully extinguished. His arrest became a symbol of the struggle that began in the blood-soaked fields of the Biafran War. The demand for freedom was still alive. The fight for justice continued, not just for Nnamdi Kanu, but for all the lives lost, for all the children born into a world of scars. The fight for Biafra is not just his fight. It is the fight of all those who have ever dreamed of a free land. And though the past may haunt the present, the future is still unwritten. As long as the story of Nnamdi Kanu is told, as long as the voices of his people rise, the dream of Biafra lives on. Arrested again, 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 and yet again.
I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate, my right. They turned it from reasonable felony now to terrorism.
This is Nnamdi Kanu speaking. Biafra land, listen. They thought they could silence me, but they didn't just cage me. They caged your spirit. They made you forget that our land still bleeds, that our people still suffer, that nothing has changed. 5 years in chains. But what about you? Are you not free? Or have they bound your voice with fear? The struggle was never about me, it was about you, your children, your land, your future. So I ask you, where is the fire that once burned in your heart? Where is the voice that once roared for freedom? Wake up! Rise again. Speak. Act. Remember who you are. This is Nnamdi Kanu.
Do you know it's becoming very, very clear now for everybody it is becoming apparent to even the British that control the zoo that the Fulani rule of Nigeria is a complete and shambolic failure. Are you aware of that? Let me tell you what they have done to all of you that you do not understand. They have squandered the resources of Nigeria so much that hyperinflation is coming. You think that $1 to 500 naira is bad. No, it's going to hit up to 2,000 very soon. As I'm speaking, write it down. Do you know why? Because some of you are very poor students of economics. They have printed money. Fulani have rendered the treasury useless. They are now printing money. Ask them, where is the money of every budget that they have ever made since 2015? Where is the money? Only railway being built by Amage with loans from China. So that means that even the proceeds from oil cannot even pay salaries. That is why they went and they minted. They went to the people printing money at a CBN. That is how foolish Fulani is. That's Fulani economics. To print 60 billion naira as alleged or as stipulated or stated by Obaseki, Governor Obaseki of Edo State. They are minting money. Do you know what that means in real terms? Life is going to become more difficult. Because some of you, as I said earlier, do not understand how economics work. You have no idea how it works. Everything, every currency, every money you're minting or printing needs to have a value. Or else, hyperinflation will set in. And once hyperinflation sets in, all of you are gone. You are all gone as you are finished. You are absolutely finished. Poverty will become deepened. And you know the funniest thing is that the people that put that idiot, the dead Buhari in power in 2015, they knew the idiot's record. They know he could not have performed. Everybody knows. In 1983, he was an economic disaster. Everybody knew this. Everybody knew. As young as I was then, I knew that this man was, dear me, an impediment to economic growth. The dead Buhari, the late one, not the mask-wearing young bobo that they say flew in from London today. After being chased away from London, or should I say, castigated by Aisha, the idiot came back. Governor Obaseki of Edo State has asked the Fulani federal government of Nigeria to tell the truth about the 60 billion they are printing. You don't think it's going to affect you? No wonder they're planning putting up the price of petrol to, I don't know if it's 500 naira per liter. You don't know what the Fulanis have in store for you. All of you are just dreaming. Talking about one Nigeria. Nigeria. By the time Fulani must have been done with all of you, in your next world, if you hear even before the landing, you take off. You are about to experience poverty and deprivation. And you know they are very clever. They will keep you busy with 2023. As they came into our land, they have seen that we have managed to secure our land. ESN is doing the job right now in Abia State. In Anambra, we are fighting. In Enugu, we are fighting. Around the Suka corridor, we are fighting every blessed day. They know that ESN, that this IPOB that I lead by the great special grace of Elohim, will not allow them to enter our land, to conquer it. Never. That is why they are thinking, oh, if our army and police have failed so far, why don't we try the politicians? They are very stupid. They love money so much. Let us try them. That is what they have done. And they have failed woefully and completely. Because we are not going to allow them not one single inch of our land. It's not possible. We are not going to concede. Not 1 inch of our land will go to them. In the same place where Dave Umahi was shooting off his mouth, castigating people defending him, defending Ebonyi State. They've never asked us, how many men have you lost in Ebonyi? How much have you spent in terms of arms and equipment to make Ebonyi not to fall to Mietiara, Fulani terrorists? Nobody. But we have in Nigeria somebody who is a minister. His name is Pantami. He said it openly. I'm not a fan of Boko Haram, but I support the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. a minister of state. Britain, no condemnation. You see all those petty journalists that rely on brown envelope, they won't comment or write about this. Never, never. They'll never do it. But somebody defending his land, somebody from that same land that he's defending is on television talking rubbish. What does that tell you about such people? What does that tell you about such people? A minister. My goodness me. Oh dear me. I'm not a fan of Boko Haram, but I support terrorist groups like Taliban and Al-Qaeda. Fulani. And you're in one Nigeria with him. And you think he will not take your land over. Is that what you think? I'm asking all of you. And it is getting worse. I want the governors of the East, those who are planning a battle and a Buboke, I want them to listen very carefully to what I have to say this evening. Because their stupidity is getting out of hand. Their idiocy is getting out of hand. All these useless, idiotic governors, their foolishness is getting out of hand. And I want to remind them, including we, that there is a place in your so-called zoo that the white man named Nigeria, where things are happening. I have told you about their minister, is it Panatami or Pantami, who is in love with Al-Qaeda and Taliban. But a minister of state in Nigeria, Britain can see it, EU can see it, UN can see it, everybody can see it. Now that I wonder, 2023, have you planned? Let's build bridges for 2023. A terror sympathizer is a minister of state in Nigeria. And you're telling me that such a country deserves to survive. Please allow me to understand your line of reasoning. A terrorist.
Now will not serve Nigeria any useful purpose. But releasing him will go a long way, you know, to calm down the frayed nerves in the country, and for us to have, well, in Nigeria, well, everybody at least will have a better sense of belonging.
The Kanu has been there for so long. He's been to several courts on several occasions. They can't even agree on what to do. And between me and you, Dr. But you're a lawyer. Justice delayed is justice denied.
Release Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. Since a court of competent jurisdiction has discharged and acquitted him of 15 charges, why is federal government still holding him? Release him, because some miscreants are using that as an excuse to foment trouble. And we are still appealing that federal government can help people of Southeast by releasing Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. We believe he's a freedom fighter, he's not a criminal, and the court of competent jurisdiction has acquitted him. So release him. If you release him, you see that these people will no longer have any reason.
Historically speaking,
no person will
have you seen or heard of a freedom fighter who encourages people to kill his own people?
The young man hasn't. Court has acquitted him of that.
Igbo has been set free. The Meiti Allah man arrested, set free. People have made more terrible.
The Northern Group calling the presidency not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the most absurd thing. And I want everybody to listen and watch this. I'm going to address all of them bit by bit, one after the other. The members of Northern Consensus Movement, NCM, comprising of notable Northern activists and association of traders, transporters, and marketers dealing in consumable foodstuffs, cattle, grains, and many other food items that shuttles between the northern and the southern part of the country, call for this press conference as a response to some Igbo leaders
hosted for a reception by Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, where they requested for the release of their tribal warlord, Nnamdi Kanu.
They are addressing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as tribal warlord. And it is their problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become tribal warlord. Let us continue.
In fact, this visit by the Igbo leaders to Mr. President, seeking for the IPOB leader, seeking for the release of the IPOB leader is unacceptable by NCM, because this type of gatherings is what usually encourages ethnicity and fueling ethnic crisis for too long in Nigeria.
In response to this, tell this idiotic, nonsensical group of so-called Northerners that we have not even enjoyed half of the impunity they brought to Nigeria. First of all, how many Boko Haram members have been released since the beginning of this government? Since the beginning of this current administration, since 2015, how many Boko Haram members who have physically chopped off head of young men and women and children, how many of them have been released? So who is driving ethnic division here? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never handled gun. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never handled knife. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. Is not a jihadist. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was exercising his constitutional right as protected under international law from UN to Africa to where Nigeria is a signatory to. He was exercising his right. Are the Fulani killers, bandits, Boko Haram exercising their right? Is that right? Are the Fulanis, the Boko Haram fighting for self-determination? Under which law? What is the name of what Boko Haram is fighting for? What is the name? Huh? No, we need to ask these people, what is the name of what the Fulani bandit, the terrorist, the Boko Haram, ISWAP, what is the name? What is the thing they are fighting for? Is it self-determination? The answer is no. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for self-determination with microphone. Microphone. And they want him dead. But Boko Haram are giving amnesty without even facing trial. The worst part is that all the Boko Haram that has been released, none of them face trial. Do you understand the difference? And he is here chanting ethnic. I want you to show me any Boko Haram member from 2015 to 2021 that is facing trial. They don't face trial. Is either they kill them by mistake, or they kill innocent people and present them as Boko Haram, or they say they are surrendered. Now, the same people, let me also show you this one. The same people tell us, one moment. I want you people to understand what the kind of impunity in Nigeria. It's unbearable. And the Ojus Okalo cannot respond to people like this. Because the job of Ojus Okalo is actually to respond to people like this when they make comment. When they make this treacherous and the frivolous comment and the statement like this, it is the job of somebody like Ojus Okalo to come out and say, you didn't get it right. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not committed any crime. While those who committed crime, who have killed people, who have killed military officers in their thousands. I am telling you, one day, the Nigerian army buried 1,000 people. 1,000. The New York Journal reported it. 1,000 people was buried. They were buried in the night, secretly. Nigeria Army buried 1,000 soldiers. I'm going to bring this to you in one night. They denied it, and after that, they accepted it. The people that killed those 1,000 soldiers, they were all given. It is not even amnesty. It's not even amnesty. They just released them like that. That is no pronouncement of amnesty. 1,000 soldiers were buried one night. Now, I want you to listen to this. Some of you already know the video I'm about to play. So, it is something you already know. And you have seen it. So, if this man is now bringing tribal sentiment, tribal sentiment, that because the leaders from the Southeast went to Aso Rock for the very first time. For the very first time. There has never been any time in the history after the war where the elders went to Aso Rock and begged or negotiated or solicited for the release of any Biafran, or for any Biafran to be pardoned. There has never. But look at these people. Every blessed day, they are releasing them. Every blessed day. Now watch.
That will listen to the words of wisdom. That will listen and for those of them that will listen to the words of wisdom, that will listen and think as a true Nigerian, the best for them is to lay their arms. It's the only way that we can move forward. But as a professional soldier, we will continue to do what we know best doing, and that is to continue to project our effort.
You see? To continue to project their effort as a professional soldier. My people are the soldiers meant to project effort towards Boko Haram. This man said they will continue to project their effort, begging Boko Haram to come. Let them embrace, come, let us embrace you. That is what the soldier is talking. And his profession is to project the come, we are going to free you. Project. A military man who's supposed to be bombarding terrorists that have killed everybody, and they are controlling so many local governments in the northern Nigeria. This is a workshop where they are training the people that have killed and chopped head off. But do you see any military officer in the Southeast telling people, oh, all the people that are non-government, please come. We want to project our peace with you. Have you ever heard anything like that? No? You can't. Everything in the Southeast is to kill. By this same man, by this same people, the same military, who are projecting their professionalism in the North. Their professionalism is not to shoot gun as a military man. The professionalism is not to protect their territorial integrity in the North. The professionalism of the Nigerian army in the North is to embrace Boko Haram and terrorists and beg them to lay down their arms. While in the East, they are coming with gunboat, helicopter, and all that to bombard our people, innocent people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now, because the elders went to Abuja, now it has become a tribal thing that if President Buhari or the presidency release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are setting dangerous precedents. They have already sent the presidents, And there is nothing that in this world that will make them not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The president has been set by them. A very worst, even worse president has been set. That is why I am very, very much standing gidigbam on the ground and say, let this sit at home continue in the entire southern Nigeria to see the release of everybody arrested. Nobody, all the people, all the Biafrans that have been abducted on the way, nobody were with arms. They did not see AK-47 with them. The only sin, the only crime is that they identify them as IPOB members. There is no gun. There is no AK-47. There is no knife. There is no jackknife. There is no dagger. And they are being detained in different parts of Nigeria in DSS dungeon. But here, they are begging people with sophisticated weapons who are ready to chop off head. They say, we want to embrace you. We are projecting our professionalism. Now watch it.
It is the only way that we can move forward. But as a professional soldier, we will continue to do what we know best doing, and that is to continue to project our effort in a modern, determined effort. We will continue to do that. We will not be distracted by some of the activities of our detractors.
Okay.
By the activities of some of the collaborators.
Okay.
Nigeria deserves peace.
Okay.
Northeast deserves peace.
Okay.
The people of Borno deserve peace.
Okay.
It is only when there is peace.
Nigeria deserves peace. Northeast deserves peace. So where would you think we don't need peace? You think we don't need peace? You think we don't need peace in Biafra land? The only way peace is going to return in Biafra land is when you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release all the people that you have abducted. We want you to beg us. We want you to beg us. So why are you not begging us? Why are you bombarding us? Why are you killing innocent women? Why are you coming to a village to bomb? We are only sitting at home. We have not shot down your airplane. We have not bombarded your military barracks. And if the time comes for that, we are going to do it. If it is going to lead us to freedom. But for now, we have not done it. So what is our crime? What is the crime of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? There is no crime. What is the crime of the people you arrested in Ore? There is no crime. The only crime is that they have Igbo name, Okechukwu and whatever. And you arrested them. But here you are, begging for the terrorists that are not even Nigerians to come and embrace you. And the northern people who are actually the sponsor of Boko Haram, they have forgotten what is going on in the north. They now turn the whole thing around. That Igbo is now starting, they want to set a dangerous president. Do you see how devilish and how evil Nigeria is? And nobody is talking. Did we start it? Have we ever solicited for anybody to be released? Have we ever? This is the first time in the history after the war. This is the first time ever. But these people have been enjoying the impunity. The northern people are evil. They have no shame. That is why I have continued to say any activist from the north is fake. Fake. You can never trust them. Not Ojos or Kalo, not their French, not the Fulani. Nobody is a northerner that is a Muslim. You can never, they are not real. All of them are going to be very happy in the Islamic State of Nigeria than this secular state, where somebody like me will be challenging them. So how do you reconcile this? How do you reconcile this? Now watch it.
There will be development, and it is time now. And that is why I capped it out, that there's time for everything. If we have been in times of difficulties for over 8 years, it is time now for us to celebrate peace. for everyone, you need to come on board. Boko Haram should lay their arms unconditionally and be accepted in the community.
Lay down their arm unconditionally and be accepted in the community. Our own is the other way around. They are not begging us. Our own is that our elders went there to beg them. But in their own, the military is the one begging them. Come, lay down your arm. All the soldiers you have killed, we have forgiven you. 1,000 soldiers were buried in the night. We forgive you. All the people you have ambushed, we forgive you. For many years, Boko Haram continued to ambush military every blessed week or every cursed week, because there is no blessed thing in Nigeria. Everything in Nigeria is cursed. The military is not begging them. Our own is the other way around. Our elders go there to beg them. Our elders go to beg, and it becomes a problem to them. They say, no, you want to start tribal war. You want to start tribally. You want to lay a very dangerous precedent. We cannot allow that. Mr. President must not allow that. We are reminding Mr. President that, first of all, you started it for many years now, and it has been going on. Nobody complained. Entire Nigeria has complained, and you don't listen. You people released Boko Haram anyhow, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. You did not see him chopping people off, the head off. He was only using microphone to preach, just like I'm doing now. Just like I am doing now. Microphone to speak on Radio Biafra. And speaking, preaching the law which Nigeria signed. Preaching the universal law which Nigeria signed. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually doing is lecturing you your right to self-determination, lecturing you your right to free yourself from Nigeria, lecturing you that you are not a Nigeria originally, lecturing you that when the British came, they forcefully joined you, amalgamated you as one country, lecturing you how you have been killed in the past. So how does that amount to crime? When people
of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. I appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connecting from. Thank you for joining us. Please, as you join, like and share to other platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you, because today is a very important day. It is a very significant event that is happening today. Wherever you are as a Biafran, wherever you are as a lover of truth, lover of freedom, you are supposed to be paying attention to what is happening today. Because what is happening today is something that has the attention of the entire world. The situation we are talking about today is not something that can be ignored. It's not something that can be overlooked. It is something that is very, very important, and we must pay attention to it. That is why we have come today. Every one of you know what we have today, and remember, as you are watching us, remember that in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. We do not come here to push any propaganda or blackmail of any sort. What we do in this platform is to present Biafra before the whole world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria and continue to propagate the gospel of Biafra. That is what we have been doing, and that is what we are going to continue to do. Today is that day that have been chosen by Biafrans to go on a mass protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in that zoological republic called Nigeria. So as we speak, we are waiting for us to connect to Biafra land, and then we can show you what is happening. But I bet you the 1 million march for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be 2 million man march. It is going to be 2 million man march. People are turning up from all corners. People are traveling from places to attend. People, not only the Biafran, people from other tribes are traveling to Abia State to be part of that mass protest. And as we speak, it is going to be very, very massive. It is going to be very, very massive, already massive. And I want every one of us to show our solidarity to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can do that by helping to share this very program. You can do that by inviting others. You can do that by liking this program as you watch. The mass protest that is being scheduled is ongoing as we speak. The evangelism was done yesterday and it was massive. And today, I bet you the entire place is going to be shut down for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. People are coming out from all corners and stages of the protest from all corners to demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is going to be massive. People are coming out from all corners, from all angles, and I bet you at the end of the day, we are going to have 2 million men march, not just 1 million man march. People turned out from all parts, did evangelism, turned out from all parts, sensitized people, and we are waiting now to get the main event. So today, as you know, it's going to be starting by 12. People will be coming out. Once we get connected and we get information on the ground, we will equally bring it out for every one of us to know what is going on. But before then, we have to go through what we know, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have passed through all this while, and why this very protest is very necessary. So wherever you are, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Abiyama to pay attention, invite someone to also join, and again, send these messages to people who need to be heard. The topic says, breaking, 1 million march erupt in Abia. Global call to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. It is happening. And it's going to happen more than you can ever imagine. So wherever you are, you have to play your own role in your own platform, in your own group, in your own organization. This is for all the lovers of freedom. It is not for a particular group, not for a particular person. It is for all those who are in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Except you have something else in mind you're pursuing. It is up to you. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching and joining, patriots, citizens of conscience, today we speak on a story that the world must not ignore. Today we expose the truth about ongoing injustice in Nigeria, a country of over 200 million people, yet men in insecurity, terror, corruption, and human rights abuses. A country where the cries of millions are silenced, where justice is twisted, and where leaders turn a blind eye to suffering. And at the center of this storm, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man whose voice have inspired millions, now illegally detained, convicted, and sentenced in a process that defies international law and fundamental human rights. You and I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we are talking about today has not committed any crime. In fact, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have won his case in 4 courts. He won his case in 2 cases, in 2 courts in Nigeria, where the federal government were told to apologize for him and pay him compensation. In 2 courts, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won his case in is this West African court or whatever. He also won his case in Kenya. And the arbitrary committee of the United Nations also asked that Nigeria should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A man that has won his case on these standards twice in Nigeria, twice internationally, yet Nigeria continued to hold him. As if that is not enough, they went ahead to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu based on non-existing law. And you hear the popular saying, show me the law, show me the law, show me the law. Nobody was able to show him the law. Nigeria went ahead because they feel they can do it. They convicted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without an existing law. In fact, they used a repealed law against the law of the land. Nigerian law says that a man must be convicted with an existing law. You cannot convict any man without an existing law. But in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he was convicted with a repealed law, non-existing law. And they went ahead to give him life sentence. As if that is not enough, they transfer him to the headquarters of the Caliphate, Sokoto, just to spite the Biafrans. And everybody saw it, and the whole world saw it, and they continue to move on as if nothing happened. Let us remember that justice must surely reign. It doesn't matter what you do or what you say. The 1 million march, 1 million man march today is long overdue. The 1 million march that you're seeing today is long overdue. A peaceful historic gathering of citizens demanding freedom, accountability, and justice. Remember, it is peaceful. And I appreciate Abia State for allowing that to happen, the Abia State governor. Because you can't imagine 1 million march happening in Anambra State, or ERUPTS State, or Ebonyi State, where we know that the caliphate has their headquarters, the caliphate have their agents. But for the fact that Abia State government were able to allow the 1 million march, we applaud them for that. When you do something that is reasonable, we applaud you. When you misbehave, we still talk about it. So we appreciate the fact that Abia State was able to allow that. And as we speak, today, as we are speaking, in the next few minutes, it is going to happen. And we will begin bringing the updates. Already, we've seen people who flew in from different states, from different places. Omoyole Sowore is there in Abia State, with some other Yorubas who went there to join the solidarity for that 1 million march. So it is not a joke. And I want you to know, before Nigeria will paint it to be something else, you know, they are very good in changing whatever the ordinary masses people are doing to be violent. They always interpret everything we do as violent. They will always change them. So for the record, I want you to know that the 1 million march that is happening today is a peaceful historic gathering of citizens demanding freedom, accountability, and justice. Do you know what made it remarkable? There is no violence, no destruction, but unity. The sheer power of the people standing together for truth. That is what is happening today in Abia State. The world is watching. The world is observing. But yet, in the midst of all this, instead of dialogue, instead of addressing legitimate grievances, the Nigerian states will always respond with intimidation. With all the support that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has, you will still see the Nigerian government responding with intimidation, arrest, systemic harassment of the Igbo people and Biafra agitators. This was not just a march. This is a declaration. We will not be silenced. Yet, what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot stop the quest for Biafra. This is to touch the conscience of the world on what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It should shock the conscience of the world. In the midst of all that is happening, with the support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had 100%, yet Nigerian government do not want to listen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been held illegally. He has been convicted in a way that violates both Nigeria and international law. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was convicted in a way that violates both Nigerian law and international law. Imagine this yourself. A man taken from his home, denied due process, facing charges, that many human rights observers call politically motivated. Imagine it if you are the person. And now sentenced. Why corruption, terror, and insecurity continues to ravage Nigeria? The irony is almost unbearable. The very state that claims to protect its citizens has instead become the instrument of oppression. And you see that every single day. Reason, Biafrans will never back down. We must ask, what does it say about a country when justice is selective, when law is a weapon against truth, as you have in Nigeria today? The law in Nigeria today is a weapon against the truth. Every single thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said in the past, for which he's been detained today, has come to pass. Every revelation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made in the past, that some of you doubted, finally today has become an obvious truth. Even the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today are confessing, yes, he said it. Many people today are confessing and say, yes, he said it. We heard it, he said it. Human rights abuses and insecurity everywhere in the Zoological Republic. Nigeria today is a theater of insecurity. Terrorism spread unchecked. Boko Haram, bandit, kidnappers, terror network, terrorize communities, while the military and government fail to act decisively. Instead, they focus on people who are pursuing a genuine cause, self-determination. There has never been any record where they say that the Biafran agitators kidnapped anybody. No. There has never been any record where they say the Biafra agitators went to a church or a mosque and burned it down, or went to a church or a mosque and took the life of innocent people, or went to school and kidnapped school children. That has never been recorded in Biafra land. But you go to Nigeria, you see that Nigerian military focus their force, all their effort on the Biafran people who are requesting for a legitimate right. And our citizens live in fear. Human rights abuses continue. Unlawful arrest, extrajudicial killing, intimidation, harassment of those who dare speak the truth. That is what you see in Nigeria. If you speak the truth, they come after you. They threaten your life. If care is not taken, if you don't lose your life, you will be in jail. Not because you committed a crime, simply because you spoke the truth. In Nigeria today, it is a crime to say the truth. These abuses are not abstract. They affect real families, real communities, real lives, and they demand attention from the global community, from international organizations, from you, the people. We, the Biafrans, we need your attention. We have suffered enough. We have suffered enough intimidation, enough harassment, enough extrajudicial killing and unlawful arrest against the Biafran people. We need international attention. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a case study. And that is why 1 million man, 1 million people, more than a million are outside today marching for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I believe that the world is listening and paying attention. It is time for them to make that statement call the attention of the Zoological Republic to let go of an innocent man who committed no crime. This is why international intervention is no longer optional. It is necessary. International intervention is no longer optional. In the case of Nigeria, it is necessary. More than necessary. Human rights organizations, global leaders, and institutions of justice must speak out. Silence is complicity. Inaction is consent. The world must speak up now. The international community must speak out. The United States, more especially, must act now. Silence is complicity. Inaction is consent. It is time for action to be taken. You don't have to be waiting anymore. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's illegal detention is not just a Nigerian issue. It is a global issue, a human rights crisis that tests the world commitment to justice, freedom, and equality. That is a fact. You cannot be preaching for equality, preaching for human rights. Meanwhile, in your presence, inequality is the order of the day. In your presence, abuse of human rights is happening. And you pretend you're not seeing it. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is exposing the world, the global conspiracy in the world, the inequality in the world. No country in this world will be silent for what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a Biafran, to happen to their citizens. No country will allow that to happen. A man who was kidnapped, tortured, extraordinarily renditioned, illegally convicted, and given life sentence. And the world moves on as if nothing happened. The Biafrans will not move on. We will never move on. That is why today you are having more than 1 million march people asking for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we will continue to ask. It doesn't matter what they do, what they say. You can't stop the will of the people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's illegal detention is not just a Nigerian issue. I want that to sink in. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu illegal detention is not just a Nigerian issue. Let that sink in. It is a global issue. A human rights crisis that tests the world commitment to justice, freedom, and equality. And we are watching. The world needs to come in, and the time is now. Action is needed like tomorrow, like yesterday. We cannot remain silent. We must amplify this voice. We must demand justice. We must insist that Nigeria uphold the rule of law and protect its citizens. They must uphold the rule of law. We are not asking for mercy. We are not asking for pardon. Neither are we begging for anything. All we are asking Nigeria is to follow the rule of law. Obey their own law. Obey their law. Every one of us, wherever you are, in any country where you are, make sure you contact your representatives. Write to human rights organizations. Share verified facts. Verified facts. Don't lie about it. The exact fact. Contact your representative in any country where you are. You can reach out to them. Write to human rights organizations. Share verified facts and ensure the world sees the truth and nothing but the truth. You don't need to lie. Tell the truth about the situation. the 1 million march that is happening today will not be the end. It will not be the last. We will continue until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is freed. It is just the beginning. The beginning of a movement for freedom, justice, dignity, and it will not end until Nigeria is accountable and Nnamdi Kanu is released. The people's rights must be respected. The people's rights must be respected. The question is simple. Will the world stand by while injustice prevails? That is the question we're asking. That is the question children, mothers, women, men are asking. Will the world stand by while injustice prevails? Will the people of Biafra continue to suffer in silence? Or will history remember this moment? The moment when millions of voices demanded freedom. When truth refused to be silenced. When the world finally woke up. The time to act is now. The time to demand justice is now. The time to stand with the people is now. Join your voice in any platform where you are. Share this program to everyone. Share to your family and friends. You never can tell who will come across it. Write a test for yourself and demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ask for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Use his picture in your platform. Demand for his freedom. And also the freedom of our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi. Don't forget that. But today is 1 million march happening in Abia for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The time to act is now. The time to demand justice is now. The time to stand with the people is now. Let the world hear us. We will not forget. We will not surrender. We will not be silenced. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We will not forget. We will not surrender. We will not be silenced. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. And we will never, ever forget and will not forgive. So wherever you are today and you are watching, you must know that we have a responsibility to continue to demand for the freedom of our leaders. One thing is clear. They have not committed any crime. Self-determination is a right. The call for self-determination is our right. We have the right to demand for self-determination. It's an international given right. African Peoples and Human Rights Law supports that. So don't think that it is something that is being done abnormally. It is something that is legal. So when you get in it, you don't need to be afraid. There is nothing to be afraid of. That is why today the Biafrans are gathered and they are the people are coming out from all corners, from all angles. And I'm telling you, from all areas, people are coming. It is not just 1 million man march. It's going to be 2 million man march. That is already there. You are seeing. The people are marching. And wherever you are, you must be in solidarity with them. This is happening in Abia State. That is the brother to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. Shore is there. And so many other Biafrans marching in solidarity to demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What has they done? What has Mazi Nnamdi Kanu done wrong? What? The only thing he said is, let my people go. He was only requesting for his own right. He only asking for a right. He's only asking for his right. A right that is supported by international law. A right that is supported by People's and Human Rights Law of Africa. Even Nigerian law itself supports self-determination. So why is it that when we talk about self-determination, they term it to be a crime? They interpret it to be a call for war. Call for self-determination is not a call for war. It is not, has never been. It is the right of the people. And the people must not give up their right. I thank Chukwu Okike that after a long patience, finally, Biafrans are coming out in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from all corners, from all walks of life. It doesn't matter where you belong, who you follow. Everybody is in solidarity, marching for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever you are, we must continue to pray for him. We must continue to wish him well. We must continue to look forward to his freedom as soon as possible. There are a lot that we can do. Don't allow anybody to deceive you or talk you down. Let us go back to these messages before we continue. Because it is important that we know that it is not only us that are saying about this. A lot of people have cried and called for this before now.
Up till now, will not serve Nigeria any useful purpose. By releasing him will go a long way, to calm down the free nerves in the country, and for us to have, well, in Nigeria, well, everybody, at least we have a better sense of belonging.
The Kanu has been there for so long. He's been to several courts on several occasions. They can't even agree on what to do. And between me and you, Dr. But you're a lawyer. Justice delayed is justice denied.
Release Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. Since a court of competent jurisdiction has discharged and acquitted him of 15 charges, why is federal government still holding him? Release him, because some miscreants are using that as an excuse to foment trouble. And we are still appealing that federal government can help people of Southeast by releasing Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. We believe he's a freedom fighter, he's not a criminal, and the court of competent jurisdiction has acquitted him. So release him. If you release him, you see that these people will no longer have any reason.
Historically speaking,
no person will
have you seen or heard of a freedom fighter who encourages people to kill his own people?
The young man court has acquitted him of that.
Igbo has been set free. The Meiti Allah man arrested, set free. People have made more terrible.
Why have they not designated Fulani bandits a terror group, or Mietiala to be more precise? Why? Ask yourself this question. But they hurriedly proscribed IPOB with the help of these foolish governors. These people are now forming a, should I call it a vigilante group? No logo. Nobody has been employed so far. No arms, no vehicles. They're now saying we'll go back to the House of Assembly to see what they only announced it to try and steal the thunder from ESN. That's all. A show is just what can I put a ruse, more like trying to deflect attention away from ESN. The wonderful work that ESN is doing. Who are the people confronting Fulani terrorists in Delta State? ESN. Who are the people confronting Fulani terrorists in Anambra? ESN. Who are the people confronting Miyetti Yala terror group in Benue? ESN. Who are the people confronting Fulani Janjaweed inside the Bui? ESN. Every blessed day. Not any of the stupid, hopeless, idiotic, cowardly governors, not any of them. All they can do is come out and talk rubbish on TV against their own people. But they are being slaughtered, they cannot say anything. Judgment is coming. Let me remind Wike what is happening in the zoo up north with Miyetti Yala that came out 2 weeks ago to claim ownership of banditry in Nigeria. They are not doing it in the open. They know they have useless all of you, that you can no longer rise up with one voice to speak because you love money. The First Lady of Zamfara State, Hajia Aisha Bello Muhammad Matawale, has secured appointments of special assistants to Governor Bello Matawale for 20 members of Miyetti Yala terror group in the same one Nigeria. Your governors are busy talking rubbish against their own people. I don't understand them. I do not understand them. I do not understand them. These are the things we are fighting against. These are the things we are fighting. Somebody is telling me on Instagram that Fulanis are in my village right now. They will call our hotline and ESN will go. How many of you will ever ask us, how many men have you lost in this very battle against terrorists? Some of you have no idea. And they are busy entertaining you with your governors and one idiot who is specializing in building hotels, entertaining you all the time, talking against ESN, because they know that ESN, anything that Fulani is against, go and love that very thing. That is what is going to save you. The same trick they're playing on some of you now. Look at Hausa land. I have just mentioned the First Lady of Zamfara State. It's a Hajiya Aisha Bello Fulani. Zamfara does not belong to Fulani people originally. Zamfara is an they are ancient people, very old. They were the people that told an English cartographer many centuries ago that living across this very plain of Benue is the lost tribe of Israel. The map was put together in Shoreditch in London. For information, it was the Zamfara people. They are old, very ancient people. But their First Lady is Fulani that just came a few centuries ago, not even centuries, decades ago. Janjaweed from Senegambia. And they are securing their own people. They know that Miyetti Yala is the front, Miyetti Yala is the hitman of the caliphate. Using cattle as a disguise. Everybody knows that very well. Who doesn't know that Miyetti Yala, they are the hitmen. Remember they told us that people killing us and bandits in our forest, they are from Mali and Timbuktu. Have you all forgotten? So you have all forgotten. Anyway, no wonder you're in a zoo. Right now, instead of the so-called governors and the hotel builders to rise up and to say that let us support ESN, they are defending our land. They're saying no, as Hausa people foolishly did before the Fulani swallowed them. Fulani, they are very good at getting you to fight yourself so they can sneak in and take over your land. But I'm very grateful for my Yoruba brethren. They realize they know how they operate. Now they know. Because they have lost a lot to them before. So they know. That is why I know that the Yorubas will do very, very well this time around. The First Lady revealed in his statement, in her statement on Tuesday, speaking on behalf of the state chairman of Miyetti Yala terror group, Alhaji Toko Abubakar lauded the First Lady for her efforts in making meaningful change to Fulanis. Is in the news. Miyetti Yala stood up and said, "Thank you, First Lady, for making meaningful change on the lives of Fulanis, not Nigerians. Useless idiots in the East. I want you to understand what I'm saying very clearly. Fulani, they have come to take over your land. You may not like it, but it's happening. They come. They leave their own problem. Oh. They are concerned about security in the southeast, security in the south-south. They forget that they have ISIS, they have Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, they have Boko Haram, they have Fulani headsmen, they have bandits, only them. They will try to advise you on security in your own village. Fulani, how they did this thing to you people, I don't know. But
their position in Nigeria are not welcome. When they rise up and start causing confusion and start causing problems, how does that amount to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committing crime? That is the problem here. So I am going to bring the video after this one for you to listen to the stupid thing coming from the northern leaders.
There for them. They can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspect any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver?
You see, this is where I have analyzed this thing several times. Boko Haram can become a president. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? So the question I have always asked each time I watch this video, what is the military asking Boko Haram to deliver, which they cannot deliver? Eh? What is it that the military Nigeria Fulani army mandated Boko Haram to deliver, but they cannot deliver it? Did you listen to that? Since the day I came across this video, I have analyzed this video when I was doing videos and posts online. I noticed this particular statement. It is there. He said, why can't they surrender since they cannot deliver? So what are they delivering? They want to deliver Nigeria and they could not do it. They want to deliver the southern Nigeria and they could not do it. And now the military is helping them to deliver. That is the problem here. What the point this Fulani man is trying to make is that the plan they have to conquer Nigeria, Boko Haram is not succeeding, so they have to now chill down, let the military now infiltrate the entire southern Nigeria. They are carrying out this particular project very well. That is why you see Hope Uzodinma is delivering. They use Hope Uzodinma to enter the heart of East. You see? So Hope Uzodinma is the one delivering for the Nigerian army. They use him, they installed him in Imo State, and they are using him very well. That is what this man said here. I want you to listen to it again.
He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspect any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? When he cannot even deliver? When he cannot even deliver? Wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? When he cannot even deliver? Is he wasting his time? Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? We will do that, but we have appealed to them, including their details.
You see that? He said, why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? That they will do that. Have you ever seen the military in the East? So ask thank you very much. Ask him, what are the Boko Haram delivering? What do they want Boko Haram to deliver? It is to deliver the Nigeria territory to Islamic State. they cannot deliver. And now the military is helping them to do that. That is why they don't waste time to bomb Imo State. That is why they don't waste time to bomb our mama. That is why they don't waste time to bomb, what is the name of this, the other place they bombed the other time. That is why they don't waste time to destroy Ihala. That is why they don't waste in any place, any place at all in the East. They come with you on. So ask yourself, what is this man telling you that Boko Haram cannot?
We will continue to bring the updates while we listen to the messages of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We will equally continue to bring updates as they are coming so that we can know that the 1 million march is ongoing in Abia as we speak. The 1 million march is on, and it is happening. People turn on from all parts of the country, and they are coming out from different routes, from different angles. At the end of the day, we're going to see the major assembling of the whole places. People are coming out from all angles, from all corners, from all markets. Coalition of lovers of freedom, lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everywhere from all parts of the country, they assemble in Aba to make sure that this is a success and people are coming out from all angles. So that is what is happening as we speak. It is ongoing and it has kicked off. People are participating, and at the end of the day, it is going to be more than 1 million march. It's going to be more than 1 million march. Well, I applaud Abia State government for so far so good. We can see that they have there has not been any interruption. So far so good. There have been cooperation, and people are still gathering from all corners and all angles. People are coming out to participate in the 1 million march. There are some faces that you might know here. Some of our people are there, elders, young ones, men and women from other tribes. Like the guy you see there, that guy that comes out there is a Yoruba guy, and he has been very, very vocal on the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Also, Shore is also here. Shore is also here. I saw Shore. Shore is also in Abia for this very movement. So more people are coming out. They are assembling from all corners, from all angles. People are coming out to assemble for the peaceful protest that was called. So it's a very peaceful one, and it is not a sit at home. People can do their businesses, and those who are free can join the protest and come out. It's not hindering or bothering anybody. Just a protest by those who cares about the situation. And people are genuinely coming out participating. That is what it's all about. And the world is watching. When they see these things, they will know that the people are committed. That is show already there. That show already there. The crowd is increasing and they are coming out from all corners and angles. That is show already. Is that the police there? I think their police force is in the front there. They will always come out. Want to see and know what the conclusion is going to be today. But so far so good, we have not heard of any attack by the police. You can see the police came out here to confront, but there's no challenges, there was no confrontation, no outright confrontation. Police are just standing there. I think they stopped them from marching forward and they changed their directions and continue to go. So far so good. We are watching and we are following the events, and whatever happens, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be freed. They must be freed no matter what they do, no matter what they say. We must continue to seek the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can see the crowd is growing. It's going to be more than, it's going to be 2 million men march, not just 1 million men march. It's going to be 2 million men march. People are coming out. Enyimba, no, they carry last now. They are participating fully in solidarity for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we pray that things will complete peacefully as they have just started. Men and women, children, elderly, everybody coming out to be there. And they are from different groups. You know, Aba is a very busy place. Enyimba is a very busy place. So people are coming out from different places, different routes, different angle. At the end of the day, we're going to see it. Coalition for lovers of freedom. As this, the crowd is growing. So it is not it's not something that will be overlooked. It's a very important event. This is just the beginning. It's not going to be the last. So it is long overdue to be done. I thank God that people are getting the courage to come out and do what they have to do. And we must continue to appreciate everyone who is participating on this very sit at home. We continue to protect them.
I must thank Biafrans for sitting at home today. It was a success. Sitting at home today was success over success. I said it. So by next sit at home, it will be even more than what you see today. We will continue. We are encouraging everybody who is backsliding to wake up. Wake up. Izombe, thank you very much. Izombe bombing. Izombe killing. You must understand the reason why the sit at home must continue, whether they like it or not, until they treat us the way they are treating the people in the north. Let us crash the economy. Anything you can do to crash this economy of Nigeria, bring it down until they begin to treat us the way they are treating Boko Haram. And we are not Boko Haram, and we are not terrorists. We are fighting for freedom, and our fight is legal. Under international law, under Africa Charter for Human and People's Rights. So, under which law are these Boko Haram fighting? Can they tell us? Can they tell us under which law? What is the under which law they are fighting? Under which law? We need to know under which law Boko Haram is fighting. There is no law. There is no law that back them. There is no law that backed Boko Haram. There is no law that backed ISIS. They have no backing, they have no legal backing whatsoever. But we do. We are fighting for self-determination. And this first self-determination to protect our land against foreign invaders, the law gives us right to use arms. Are you aware of that? And we are not even yet using the arms. The law gave us right. Under Article 21, under Article 20, 21 of the African Human and People's Rights, African Charter of Human and People's Rights, gave us right to use arms. Because what the word of that particular article say is that liberation force. Liberation force. To fight against foreign domination. Foreign domination. What we are witnessing in Nigeria today is foreign domination. It is a complete foreign domination. Fulani are not Nigerians. So it falls under that law. That is why, you see, if left for me, believe me, by now, Nigeria will be on fire. Nigeria will be, Because these people, you don't treat them with kid glove. You don't treat them with pure water. You don't treat them with cold water. We need to put the Nigeria on fire to liberate ourselves. Look at Ethiopia. What is happening there? You know, when we are saying this thing, people are, you know, look at Ethiopia. Go to Ethiopia. Go and search news. Go and read the news in Ethiopia. What is going on there? We don't continue to romance these things. Romance these things. They will lie now about ball. Insulting us, cajoling us, you know, treating us anyhow. You can imagine when they come, when you have set a precedent, they are now accusing us that our elders are setting a very bad precedent. So I want to prove this video for you to understand what has been going on. This has been going on since 2015. Only once, our elders went to Abuja. It becomes problem to the north. Only once. Just for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it becomes a problem to them. They are organizing press conference. They are castigating it. They are saying the Igbos want a tribal war. They are saying the Igbos want to destroy Nigeria. They are saying, for only one time, we ask for favor. That is not even a favor in the Bible, you know, by the way. It is not even a favor. If we want to ask for favor, we would want Dumeme, the kidnapper, released. It is part of it. Because he committed crime. Dumeme, what is the name? The kidnapper. The kidnapper. In fact, left for me, I would go for his release. I would fight and say, let them release him, because if they can release Boko Haram, who have killed thousands of people, why can't they release the Dumeme for us? He's our criminal. He is our own criminal. Evans. Why can't they release Evans? They sentence Evans to death by hanging. Now tell me, Evans' crime and this Boko Haram crime, which one is more grave? Which one is more grave? They are all the same. Evans' own is even well, you know. So you know, if I ask you now, which crime now is more grave, you know, or more aggravated? Which one is more aggravated? Is it Wadume? Is it Evans? Is it Boko Haram? But we have not heard about Wadume. Wadume has not been sentenced to life imprisonment or by hanging. But Evans already collected his own verdict. So if we are going for Evans now, they will say we are looking for favor. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are not looking for favor. It is not a favor. Because you cannot sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under Nigeria law. It is impossible. So the only thing we are asking now is that don't waste time. Because at the end of the day, you are still going to release him. That is just Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What we are asking is that there is no need to waste time, you know, holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because you cannot sentence him, you cannot convict him anyway.
Let's see more videos that are coming out from the event that is happening today in Abia State. We have more videos that are coming out from that event, and we need to keep updating while we listen and hear what is going on. More videos are coming up, and we need to be showing those videos. 1 million march is ongoing. At the end of the day, it's going to be more than a million. You can see that the rally is going on is not, Abba is not joking. Abia State is on fire as we speak. Massive turnout. I said it that it's going to be 2 million men march at the end of 5 million men march out of a million. So people are turning out from all corners and they feel that people just from office coming from all angles and meeting up. It is massive. It is massive. And it's going to be much more massive as we go on. This is another section that Shore there. That is Shore group. In that same march, that's a brought to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. So they are coming out from different corners, different group, different portions. It's a massive, massive, massive one. Different angles, different people, different corners, all the lovers of freedom, concerned citizens joining. That is shown right there. You join in Abia State. That commitment of showing up and coming, it's worth it. It's worth commendation. We need to commend him. It doesn't matter what anybody can say. Some of people think it's why not you that can come and say it's a political move? Why don't you make your own political move? Make your own political move and call for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you call it a political move, come out and make your own political move. Call for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because some of the idiots will just hang around and they will say, oh, it's a political statement, it's a political move, oh, he's seeking for attention. Why don't you come and seek for your own attention and demand? Seek for your own attention. We are not stopped. Come and seek for your own attention in this very protest. At least we have seen Showore in all the protests in that country. He's always present. He's always, if that is the way he seeks his own popularity, you come and do it. If you think it's easy, you think with that commitment he can be able to be consistent the way he is, very consistent. It doesn't matter where the protest is being held, he will be there across the country. Wherever there is a protest, you will see him there. It's worth commending. When you see somebody do something that is commendable, you commend it. That's people marching from all corners, from all angles. People are trooping in from everywhere. So it's commendable. The 1 million march is ongoing and people are doing what they are supposed to do. And the world is watching. So when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when we say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent or that he has the support of the people, this is it. The people we are not seeing here are not only Igbos. People from all parts of the country, they came to Abia for the 1 million man march. They come from all corners. People are coming out from all angles, from all corners to make sure that this happened. What crime did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commit? Because he was exposing the Janjaweed. The only crime he committed was that he exposed the Janjaweed. Yes. That's the only crime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed, because he exposed the Janjaweed. Apart from that, there's no other crime. We must continue to bring the update as it comes. We will continue.
Because we are too smart for them. All that rubbish is not going to work. That is why this evening I must make a special mention. I tweeted earlier, and I hope that my tweet wasn't misunderstood. It is now that it is dawning on everybody that IPOB has won the argument. And that is why this Omunchoncho Mwaka are doing court in the village. Because these are the same people who are crying, the same people that SARS will arrest them, cut off their penis, and send to China and make profit for Basanjo and for the British High Commission in Nigeria. As I told you a few weeks ago. Because now sometimes you don't understand what I'm saying. I told you a few weeks ago that SARS was set up to be dealing with organs, human parts. That is their job. And the main financier is Britain. I told you that. You thought I was joking. Now it has blown now. a container load of penis from our side. People should go and check where the children are. In China, from Nigeria in China, from SARS. Obasanjo has a lot to answer for. I'm telling you, that man is evil. Evil. He is doomed for 2 reasons. He will be a slave all his life, not just to Western intelligence agencies. I won't mention their names. He will be a slave to Fulani forever and ever. I thought Obasanjo was a man of honor, a man who can, at least you stand on your own and speak the truth. He can never speak it. He was one that brought SARS in. But today his people they are doing fantastically well. And I want to commend the Oni of Ife. I want to mention him. I want to mention Iba Gani Adams and all the freedom fighters in Yoruba land. I want to commend them. I want to commend them for what they're doing. Because you think we have traitors in our land. Yoruba land has the conquer, treachery, the conquer one, the heavy one is there. But these people are moving on with their quest for freedom. And I welcome it. I welcome it. All those years we were fighting and demonstrating, we are being shot to death and all the rest of it. We were paving the way for others to see what we have seen. Today they have seen it. That is why we can't allow idiots, even including your hopeless governors, to win what we are doing. This is the ruler, traditional paramount ruler of Yoruba land, Oni of Ife. What did he say? Many Yoruba are now ready for self-determination. Compare that with the Sarakin Fulani of Imo State. Yeah, we don't want Biafra, we want Nigeria. But the restructure, who is going to give you? Fulani will give you restructuring? Are you mad? Are you out of your mind? They can never do it. Fulani will never do it. Over that dead body, because understand, if Fulani makes the mistake of 2023 and power leaves them, they are finished. You don't, even if he goes to an imbecile like Tinubu, they know that they've lost it forever and ever. Because in a matter of 2 months, all the things they have done will be unraveled in 2 months. Only 2 months. Probe and inquiries everywhere, they're finished. So they have to hold on to power. And the zoo is gone from there. Many Yorubas are now ready. The Oni of Ife and the Gani Adams. I commend them. I commend them deeply. I commend them. That was why I tweeted earlier today that we are all miscreants now. Everybody is a miscreant now. Because if you believe in self-determination, if you doggedly believe in your right to be free in Nigeria, you are a miscreant, according to them. Zoo. And I'm glad to welcome into the fold of freedom fighters, the Oni of Ife. Of course, Iba Adams has been on the front line for a very, very long time. Very long time. I commend them.
Wazirike people, 15 good years. 15 good years. At the end of the day, they acquitted them. Because you can't convict anybody under Nigerian law for self-determination. You can't. So the only thing they will do is to delay and delay and adjourn and adjourn and adjourn. Just what they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Adjourn case till January, adjourn case till that day. And now he has spent 4 months, more than 4 months. No trial. More than 4 months. No trial. And upon that, they committed crime against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They tortured him. It's a crime punishable under international law. They committed extraordinary rendition. Kidnapping by the state is a very serious crime under international law. And we're going to sue a hell out of them already. That one is going on already. So we are not actually asking for favor to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But if we go for advance, that is where we are going to look for favor. Because he committed the crime. But the question now is, what about those, even the kidnappers, Fulani kidnappers that have, how many of them have been sentenced? None. Every day they are kidnapping and abducting people in Abuja as Kaduna Expressway. Nobody they have never arrested anybody. Tomorrow you hear they are bombing there. Tomorrow, because before they go there to bomb there, they gave them information, they all disappeared. We know the game.
contractors, I mean, their collaborators, to see reason to as fast as possible, quickly drop their arms so that we can once again reoccupy our peaceful position in Nigeria.
You see, now, after this thing, and I believe some of you may have understood what is going on. You may have understood what is going on. Now, I want you to read this particular article with me. I am not going to read all of them. I am not going to read all of them. One moment. I am not going to read. By the way, we have 8,000 viewers. We have 8,000 viewers at the moment. We have about 2,600 on YouTube alone. We have 8,545 people watching this broadcast right now on this particular program. 8,545 people watching. 8,550 watching now. And then, so for those of you, if you have not hit the like button, we have 2,600 watching from YouTube. Please hit the like button so that we are going to, it will alert to other people, because we are getting to the main point now. Now, having listened to what this army man said, I want you to read with me this particular article. Nigeria military denies burying 1,000 soldiers in secret mass grave. They always deny. Every time they deny, it is always them. At the end of the day, they accept. And when you look at the screen, you will see Evans. You see Evans appearing there. Evans is appearing there. So every time the Nigeria army denies, this was in August 2019. But the fact is that they actually buried these 1,000 soldiers. Now, you see they deny, right? Let me now tell you that they actually came back after denying, as always. They now came back to accept. Now let me show you. They now came back to accept that 1,000 soldiers were buried, but they informed their families. We are asking for something. This is what they are doing. They make budget, we get the least. If the least budget, when they budget money, we get the lowest. When they want to take loan, we get the lowest. When they went to China to get loan, we did not get even 1 tenkobo. Even 10 kobo was not given to us. In the proposed Chinese loan, they share the loan to every other region. You get to us, we got 0. Complete 0. Everything that comes to us, no. And when we talk about that we are living in Nigeria, some of you, the stupid, nincompoop people, don't get it. Have you seen it? These people have been enjoying the presidential pardon since 2015. They are releasing their terrorists. They are, recruited them into the army and all that. And the only one time we want to ask for that favor, even when a crime was not committed. Because a president have already been set, but if there is no presidency before, the court that released the Mossop members after 15 years, There is no evidence against them. It is the same thing applicable to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are charging those people. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that it is the same charge? They charge those 19 people of Mossab is the same charge they are charging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They charge them for terrorism. They charge Mazi Nnamdi for terrorism. They charge them for treason. They charge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for treason. They charge them for, the only thing they charge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is not existing in Nigerian law, is this subversive campaign, which is sedition. It is not, it has been abolished. You can't even take anybody to court in Nigeria for sedition. But what did Malami do? Malami included sedition in the charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he is Attorney General of the Federation, not knowing that it has been abolished in 1983. As far back as 1983, sedition cannot be taken to law or to court to sentence person in Nigerian law. But Attorney General of the Federation, who is supposed to be advising the president, advising the country, advising Nigeria in their legal issues, included sedition. Although they changed the name from sedition to subversive campaign. But it is the same thing. It is the same thing in law. They only change the name. It is the same thing. You can't take people to court in Nigeria and sentence them for sedition. So now we just want one thing. Release our innocent people. They are saying we are setting a dangerous precedent. They say we want to start tribal war. Why they have enjoyed this tribal thing for many years now? They have been enjoying it. They have been enjoying this tribal thing for many years. I want you to watch.
Seeking for the release of the IPOB leader is unacceptable by NCM, because this type of gatherings is what usually encourages ethnicity and fueling ethnic crisis for too long in Nigeria. For how long shall we as Nigerians be looking at ourselves in tribal lines? We have over 50 ethnic groups and 529 tribes in Nigeria. So each group should gather themselves to Aso Rock after committing series of crimes against fellow citizens and demand for the release of the perpetrators, because they represent their ethnic interests.
Did you see that? Now, do you see the twist? Did you hear the twist? The only difference here is that Boko Haram have their negotiator with the president. So they don't need to, the people from the northeast don't need to come to Abuja. No. The chief of army staff is a Boko Haram member. Okay? Chief of army staff is a Boko Haram member. The Inspector General of Police in Nigeria is a Boko Haram member. The AGF is a Boko Haram member. The CGN is a Boko Haram member. The chief judge is a Boko Haram member. So they don't need to carry their elders to come to Aso Rock. They are in the government. Their own is to implement and execute. They don't need to come to presidents to ask. That is the reason why you see the military man extending the hands of fellowship to Boko Haram. Say, come, our people, don't just come. You cannot do this thing alone. You cannot carry out this task. We are going to help you to carry it. But our own, who do we have? None. Police, we don't have anybody. In military, we don't have anybody. All the people we have, they are in IT. They put you in IT where you'll be pressing computer. In custom, we have nobody. In judiciary, we have nobody. In executive, we have nobody. In the security, this thing, we have nobody in the security. So if they are having security meeting, fake meeting, you can't see an Igbo man there from the southeast.
Yeah, welcome, Samuel. Talk to us, Samuel. Let's hear you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Biafras. Good morning, all Biafras all over the world. And my Odudua people, good morning. How's the family, sir?
Very well, thank you, my brother.
It has been a long time. Because
yeah, that's it.
Because this country has make us, scripted. Are you with me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Are you there? Go ahead. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Samuel. Samuel, check your network. We can't hear you. We can't hear you again. I think maybe something happened. You were pushed out. Check your network, Samuel. We can't hear you. Or you can go out and log back in again. We can't hear you, Samuel. We can't hear you. You can try again, Samuel. So let's wait for Samuel to make his contribution while we see the update that is coming from the protests. These are updates. The 1 million march is going on. As you can see, people are turning up. Abia State is shut down. Aba is shut down completely. I said it that it's going to be 5 million men march, not just 1 million. Abia State is shut down. People turned out in mass. That is what you are seeing. Abia State is closed down. People are turning out, coming out from all corners, from all angles. People are turning out. And I thank God that we have not recorded any attack yet. We have not recorded any attack yet from the Janjaweed police. So we commend the Abia State governor for that. We commend Abia State governor for being able to manage the protest. You know, if it were to be in other places, by now you begin to see police shooting and everything. It happened in Abuja. So you can see people gathered. Shore is there. So the masses are turning out, and it is commendable. We have not had a report yet of any attack from the police. We have not had any of such report. So far, so good. Everything is going as planned. Samuel, try and log in back. Samuel, try again if you can be able to log in. Samuel, try again so that I can bring it up. People came out from all corners, all angles, and it's a very good one. It's not easy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just a small person. It is massive. The crowd is massive. From different corners, from different angles. People are coming from different routes, and they will meet. This is another set of group of people again. It is very massive. It's very massive. And we must continue. Samuel, you are kicked out again. Check your network, Samuel. I think you're having a network issue, Samuel. You're having a network issue. Check your network properly, then you can log in. The people are doing what they have to do. So wherever you are as a Biafran, you have to show your own solidarity. How do you show solidarity? You need to share the video so that others will see it and know that the 1 million march was a success. It is not just a mere hearsay word. It is important. Share the video. Like and share. Like and share. When you like and share, that will also make others to understand that it is happening. The world is also watching. They will know that the Biafrans are with our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has. So, sometimes some idiot will tell you, will say, why not go and protest in Aba? Why is Abia State not sitting at home? Why is Abia State not participating? Why is Umuahia doing this? Everywhere it is happening in the entire place. Abia State, Umuahia, everybody came out. It's a massive response from people. So as you are watching, don't just sit back and watch. You share it. Share the program so that others can equally watch what is happening and know that the arrangement is going as planned. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime, just like Mazi Simon Ekpa is explaining in that very video. The Boko Haram that are taking innocent life. Up to today, Boko Haram are still attacking and invading barracks. Boko Haram just last week took the life of many military men. But yet, the government is not worried about them. The government don't care about them. Instead, the government is still busy reintegrating Boko Haram into their military. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what did he do? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu only revealed what is about to happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu only educated his people on the future, on their future. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu only reminded the Biafran people of their rights. That is the only crime he has committed. And they sentenced him to life. But Boko Haram that are still killing people, even as you are watching this video, the attack is still going on. Boko Haram is still attacking, but Nigerian government is busy recruiting them into the military. They tell you they can negotiate. They are still negotiating. Every day they are negotiating. But when it comes to us, what do? They attack us with everything they have. They attack us. They wouldn't even talk about negotiation at all. And the most painful one is that the people who are Biafrans, the most especially the Igbo Biafrans, the politicians that are Igbos. Why the northern politicians are busy making case for their people, fighting for their people? Why the northern people are busy negotiating for terrorists? The northern politicians are making sure that their terrorists are not bombed. The terrorists we know that are taking their life, terrorists that have taken over their land. But you will still see them come online. They will talk about negotiation. They will tell you they are their brothers. But look at us that are fighting for freedom. The people that claim to be representative, they deny us. They don't even want to associate themselves with you. Even they look at the Python dance. We are not the one that brought the Python dance. The people that brought the Python dance, we are the governors. The proscription of IPOB was done by the governors. The Southeast governors did it first before the federal government consolidated on it. That was what happened. The people that proscribed IPOB was the governors. That is why when we say that we don't have any representation, the world have to see it, that nobody represents us. We don't have anybody representing us in that zone. We are on our own. The masses are their own. Look at the crowd. There is no political rally that will get this kind of crowd. No political rally in Nigeria will get this kind of crowd. No political rally will gather this kind of a crowd without being paid. Even with their paid crowd, still, it cannot match this. Even with their paid crowd, still yet, it cannot match this. That is how bad it is. That's how bad it is. Biafrans from different corners, from different angles, everywhere is locked down. We are showing the videos coming from all angles, all corners. Women are marching, children, pregnant women, everybody is marching. And that is it. We must continue to share these updates and to let you know what is going on. And we must continue.
Why don't we march to Abuja? We have to march to Abuja because we do not have any representative in the security. So to them now, we are marching and it is paining them. But they have been enjoying this nepotism. They have enjoyed it. I have just shown it to you, and I don't need to go into showing you all this because it is the evidences are there. So it is them that started this thing. Now it is our turn to harness the same precedents they have set. Example, we want to tap into this thing they have set, the presidents. It is now their problem. They say we are setting dangerous president, but they started it. We want to tap into it small, just small. Now let me show you. One moment. Let me show you the handwork of Boko Haram. Do you see this? These are your brothers slaughtered by Boko Haram this year. In fact, last week. This is a picture of army. Look at how they pack them like fish. Slaughtered by Boko Haram. This same Boko Haram, they are begging to come. Let us give you, and it is the one they recruited in the army that give information. Look at how they pack human beings in Abuja just for the very first time to ask for one small favor from the presidency. They come against it. The same way they come against every economic policy that will favor the Southeast, they fight tooth to nail to make sure it doesn't happen. The same way they fight in the budget, when they are building railway, they will build the railway to the Niger Republic, but not in the Southeast. When they make budget to build road, they make budget to build road in Niger Republic. They are not going to make any budget to build road. Enugu on the China Expressway is dead. Everything we did, they disenfranchise us in everything they do, including in trying to release our own brother, our own leader, who actually have committed no crime. It is a problem to them. And let me tell you, nobody is asking question. That is why what I am doing now is the reason why you should know the importance of civil disobedience. Sit at home. These people have dealt with us. They have dealt with us. It is time we are going to bite their anus and we are not going to look at anything there. Let us be serious. Let us be resolute. Let us be ruthless in dealing with any idiot that is going to stop us from leaving Nigeria.
To them, and more especially to IPOB, because you made it possible for people to have the courage to rise up to say, we too would like to be free. It is IPOB. That is why every agent of darkness is doing all they can to see if they can reduce this noble family to nothing, but they cannot succeed. Like carrying Biafran flag to go and rob a bank. So people will say, oh, is this how the Biafran one, is this how it's going to be? You know those idiots that talk rubbish all the time. You know, but instead they're killing us. But Omahi will not speak in condemnation of what his friends are doing. But he will rise up in the morning to speak to a Janjaweed TV station channels to condemn people defending Ebonyi citizens, to condemn our actions. But he will not condemn the actions of the perpetrators. These are the leaders. These are your leaders. These are the people you have. Like weak. These are the people that you have. We are fighting battles on multiple fronts. Some of you do not understand. Because a white man understands what Biafra means. That is why if you go to a meeting in New York and you mention Biafra, they all run away. They know, they understand. That is the light of the world. The light of the black race all over the world rests on the shoulders of Biafra. Biafra emerges and the black man is free. Simple as that. Biafra doesn't come, a black man can never. That is why there is this grand conspiracy against Biafra. I went to that experiment today. You know my Facebook page, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Official. I tried to go there to broadcast today I think for the past 2 months or thereabout. When I started the program, we were close to 4K viewers, so to speak. Now we are at 246. Now ask yourself, what is the interest of Mark Zuckerberg in Biafra? Because he's one of them. People rise up in the morning and Lucifer will go, say Satan will enter into them. Fight against Biafra. Fight against Biafra. And that's it. Because the devil understands that in Biafra rests the light of God. I'm not telling you so we feel better about who we are. In Arochukwu, where our ancients used to worship God, there is a village called Ihechiwa where the light of God, where the light of God shines. That is the name of the town. There is no other place in the whole world that has such a name. No other place on this earth. Where the light of God shines upon his children. Ihechiwa. That is why they will be against us, but they will fail. Because I know who I am. Some of you don't know who you are, but I do. I know who I am. That is why I also commend the youth of Abia State. They called amalgamated Mbiejogu youth, ANY, for rising up to condemn the attacks happening in many communities over there, where 12 farmers were killed. Umugudagbo community, Hupu, LGA, in Abia State. Channels TV will not carry it. Never. Daily Trust, it's not going to happen. Or Punch, never. Because they want all of you to die off. And the Fulani will come in and take over our land. That's what they want. But as long as we are alive, it's not going to happen. Things are happening in Ebonyi. But the governor is more interested in talking about things that are irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. When I want, sometimes I say to people, when we say things here on Radio Biafra, some of you think it is so fantastic, it's so outlandish, it's unbelievable. In fact, it was made up. It cannot happen. Eventually, it comes to pass. Like the idiot wearing a mask. That mask will fall off. Anyway, let me not go too far into that, because some of you are products of the British Empire. You do not know how to reason independently. You always look for validation of whatever you're thinking to come from somebody else. That is the difficulty, and that is the problem that some of you are having. And I do hope and pray that as we go forward, that some of you may be able to develop some semblance of common sense and be able to reason independently for yourselves. When I read about these Chinese authorities seized over 7,200 human penises on a cargo ship from Nigeria, I was astonished. And let me tell you the funniest thing about we black people. Why I always go back to say that the brain of a black person is deformed somehow is this. This type of news, anywhere else in the world, there will be wall-to-wall coverage of this very news. Now ask yourself, for a man to lose his private part, he has to die, isn't it? So in Nigeria, your SARS, so-called police, our police, Nigeria police, this work is difficult, Nigeria police. Your police and your army working in the east, killed because no man, I don't know if many things happen these days anyway, but I know that nobody, at least where we come from, has two penises. It's only one per person. 7,200 men have been killed by the Nigerian government, the police and the army. And I told you before that they will kill you for your human parts. Some of you thought I was joking. Isn't it? But here it is. Here, another justification. There is nothing I can't come on this noble platform to lie to you. I can't do that. 7,200 people killed by the Nigerian government, by the Nigerian state. Not only did they kill them, they were mutilated. Their penises cut off and packaged for the Chinese market. And somebody asked earlier, I don't know what the Chinese people are doing with black people's penis. I don't know what they're doing with it. Can anybody tell me, please? What are they doing with it in China? Is it in the noodles they're going to send back to us? What are they doing with it? 7,200. And I told you, it was under the reign of SARS, formed by Obasanjo, sponsored by the British, because Britain said we are the ones that gave them training. So you train them on how to kill people and cut off their private parts to sell. Because Britain wanted to take over the market of human parts, supplying liver, kidney, pancreas to patients all over the world. That was why Britain sponsored the formation of SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Go and do your research under Obasanjo. Because Obasanjo is a slave, as I said, of two world-renowned spy organizations. A slave, Obasanjo is a typical African slave, typical quintessential African slave. He cannot reason or defend his own people. They brought in SARS. SARS went into work. And now a cargo, a ship, carrying human penises, men, your young boys, killed 7,200. And you wake up tomorrow and say, one Nigeria, we're in one Nigeria. Let's be in one Nigeria and unite and move forward. Whereas, if you come back home late at night, or if you miss road on the way, you are dead. They will kill you, they will cut off your penis, they will take your liver, they will take your kidney, they will sell it. Why wouldn't these people support the constitution of one Nigeria? If their people are sick, they can order kidney or liver from Nigeria. Why bother? Why should you break it? So if you break Nigeria now and everybody's on their own, where are we going to get our liver from? Pancreas, kidney, all these things from where? Lungs to replace smokers, chain smokers that have developed lung cancer in America or in Europe. From you and I, they're waiting. It's like a farm where they harvest. I told all of you during NSAS program, you cannot stop your protest. If you stop, you're finished. And some of you, as they're doing today in Anambra, you abandoned what you're fighting for, started looking for packets of Indomie in a warehouse. Palliative. These black people looking for food. Now you have finished the Indomie. You have finished the spaghetti. You have finished the tin fish. That thing holding you, has it left you? Black people, I'm asking this UG black. After you abandoned SARS protest to go and look for Indomie, that thing holding you, has it abandoned you? The answer is no. You still have the same problem. That is why they can. This is the one they found, though. 7,000 is the one they discovered by mistake. Imagine how many that has gone there. Today, people refer to Obasanjo as an elder statesman. Elder statesman. Whereas this man instituted something that is worse than evil itself. The harvesting of organs of his own citizens. Anyway, in Africa, because we are black, you know, we always love evil. People, some of you will like him because he's evil. No, we are black, man. We love evil very much. This is a confirmation of what I have been saying all along. SARS is not special. They are there to kill young people. Once you're handsome, you're from the east, and you're doing well in Amacha, they'll bring you out from a bus conveying you, and they'll kill you. Nobody's going to ask. Who's going to ask? Because the Britain you're complaining to, Britain, they need fresh liver. They need kidney from young people from our land. When it comes to organ trade and transfer, there is no racism. Because it's an internal organ. Nobody knows which organ is a white man or a black man. Once the blood type can match, that's the end of the story. they now become, they're no longer racist. They love black once your liver is concerned. And now, once they have taken the inside, some unscrupulous individuals in China will say, at least bring us the penis, we need it here. And you're in Africa. Shouting one Nigeria. You people are insane. People are mad. Lunatics everywhere. Some of you have, the reason why I preach the way I do is because if you cannot reason, you can never make any progress in life. Reason is what makes you human. Ask yourself, is my child's penis amongst the 7,000 and something that is sent to China? This is from Nigeria. Those people that they killed, they have parents, they have brothers and they have sisters. Even if they don't, they have relatives. The nearly 7,500 penises of young men from Nigeria, so to speak, is in China to service that market. Where is their liver? Where is their kidney? Where are all other vital organs in their bodies? Who got that one? And you never ask yourself, how did this begin? How did it come about? How? Any day you ask yourself that very simple question, how did we get to where we are today? You remember who brought in SARS. You will also remember it is Obasanjo. And you will know the reason why he met Sheikh Gumi, talking about keeping Nigeria one. Do you see the mess you're in? Now, let me put it to you this way. As long as SARS exists in Nigeria, as long as you continue to answer to one Nigeria, it doesn't matter who you are, one day your male child will go missing. And who knows, when you go to China, you'll be eating his penis, you will not know. You know, maybe in wonton soup, you'll be eating his penis, you will not know. That is the result of black man's stupidity and inability to reason. Now that you have seen that almost 8,000 people are missing, young people, instead of you to start asking questions, where are those people? How come body parts of this magnitude got to China? It's our turn, 2023. Our chairman, transition chairman, election, politics, until it happens to you. Then your eyes will clear. Why am I saying this about reasoning? Our people, all of you have forgotten that this is not the first time that Southeast governors have floated on a security outfit. You have all forgotten. By this time last year, they floated one as well. Nothing came of it. That one, I'll give you the name in a minute. Some of you, you know. I want some of you who are online now, listening, those with Google, even those listening on radio, go and get your phone, smartphone or tablet or laptop, connect it to the internet. Ask yourself, did Southeast governors float a security outfit February of 2020? And what is the name? Obunigwe will come out. Have you forgotten? All of you have forgotten. Southeast governors unveil plans for regional security outfit after a prolonged closed-door meeting February 9, 2020. The name was Obunigwe. Now, after 1 year, it's a Bubago. Maybe it to be a giraffe or a rhino. A Bubago. Oh my goodness me. My goodness me. People should stop complaining on Facebook and go to Instagram or join any of the other platforms that I have, please, that we're reaching you with this evening. Go to Instagram, it's open. You can't stop that one. Obunigwe, it was called. A year ago, they formed Obunigwe. Only 1 year ago. Now we say Bubago. Every year. Why are they? Because what they are not in competition with their mates in the far north of the zoo. They are fighting IPOB and ESN because people listen to us when we speak. They know our people follow our directive. They understand that very well. Because our people are, we are the most intelligent race, if not in the whole world, at least in Africa. Our people cannot listen to you unless you have a valid point. They cannot follow you unless they know that you are clean.
True.
It's in their nature. That's how they are.
Yes,
it may take them years to begin to listen to you. But you have to prove that you are worthy to be listened to.
You must prove. Oh.
Because our people listen to what we tell them, to the directives you give to them. That is the reason why every year they unveil a security outfit. Last year it was called Obunibe. You have forgotten. But it's here. As some will say, the internet never lies. Of course it doesn't. Following a closed-door meeting held by the Southeast governors at the government house in Enugu, Governor David Nweze Umahi has disclosed their plan to forward a bill to Southeast Houses of Assembly to enact a law to back up the Southeast Region Security Outfit called Obunibe. The same thing they're saying this year. Exactly the same thing.
Obunibe.
Exactly the same thing.
Before we continue, let us get the update that is coming. Let's check if they have some updates. There, I think we have some updates that is coming from the protest today. A lot is going on the protest. Let's see what we can get on the protest that is going on. The protest is massive. It is massive. I said it is not just 1 million march. It is going to be 5 million men march. So the protest is massive, going on and on and on. So we're going to try as much as possible. Now, as we are watching the visual, maybe later in the day, we're going to try to bring the audio and people we can be able to hear the speeches that were made, those who made speeches, and then we will compile them together and present it this very evening when we do our evening program. It is important. It's important. You see the crowd there. Everybody is involved, both Igbos, Yorubas, Hausas, people from all walks of life are there. So it is not limited to a particular group. It is for lovers of freedom. It is not meant for a particular group or a particular person. This very 1 million march is for everyone that cares about humanity, cares about human life. Look at crowd. The place is locked up. And this is just one area. You know, they are coming from different directions. Shore is coming from different directions. People with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brother, there's another team again of another group coming from another corner and the other group. So they meet up together. And I tell you, each and every one of them have more than 1 million men around them. This Yoruba guy has always been there talking. He was one of those who evangelized in the product at the beginning, and now you can see him. He's also there joining every one of us to speak, and he is fighting along, talking about the freedom. That's why I say once you are a lover of freedom, lover of truth, you will be embraced anywhere you go. So it is not about one person. It is not about the tribe. It's not about the religion. It's about every one of us. So I'm going to bring you the speech of Umwe later on. So a lot is happening, and it is massive, 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 massive. It is not just going to be 1 million men march. The Biafrans have taken over Abia State. Abia State is sealed up, locked up completely. Abia is locked up. So those who the world is watching and they were going to see what is happening, they're going to see that it is not just by word, it is action. People are putting their word to action, doing what they have to do to speak across board. So every one of us have to know that this is not just a joke. People are coming from look at the policemen are there, the police are there. I think that is the policemen, they are there. That is one thing with Abia State. Abia State governor have done a very great job. Abia State governor, we can applaud him for that. In all this thing, we have not seen him behaving like a Soludo or behaving like Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. And it is because the people chose him. He knows that it's the Abia people that chose him, and once he messes up, Abia people will leave him. He knows that very well. Abia people selected him, and if he misbehaves, the Abia people will discharge from him. So, from all indication, we have not had report yet of any attack from the police or the army. We have not had any such report. What we are seeing is a peaceful protest, Biafrans protesting, moving from one area to the other, going, and people are there. We have not seen any record of any attack for the police, their tear gas, or whatever. We have not had people from all angles. Okay. So we continue to bring out the updates out there, and people have to know that it is not a joke. The Biafrans are still ready to go home. Our people are very much ready. Whatever we are doing is not for lip service, not for eye service. Our support for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is grassroots and genuine. And this very 1 million march will show you that it is genuine. People genuinely love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and people genuinely are willing to go to any length to support him. He has done a great job. He has done a great job. And that was why Mazi Simon Ekpa joined and left everything he was doing. That is why the same way we are in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you must not forget Mazi Simon Ekpa. Some of us are already forgetting him. Mazi Simon Ekpa was the person that made sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name is not forgotten, even when he was out of the picture. When they were trying to silence him, trying to do all this, he made sure that he was not forgotten. But today, it is sad that some of us are already forgetting Mazi Simon Ekpa. Some of us don't even talk about him anymore. Some of us don't even play his messages. That is why we must continue. Remember, his case is coming up by the 5th of August. That 5th of August, this crowd, we need crowd in Finland, that is August. Everyone that have attended Finland Convention at any point in time, you must be in Finland. 5th of August, get your ticket now before it is late. Get your ticket now so that it will be more cheaper for you. By 5th of August, everyone is supposed to be there. And again, support the legal fee for the international lawyer that is going to stand for Mazi Simon Ekpa. He needs that international lawyer. Mazi Simon Ekpa needs assistance, legal assistance. We cannot continue to allow the Finland to use their pro bono lawyers to judge our prime minister. It's a shame. It is a very big shame for us as Biafran people. Everybody that has gone to that Finland convention, everybody that have voted for Biafra freedom, it is a shame that Mazi Simon Ekpa is still using pro bono lawyers. It is a shame. In this is appeal, support those lawyers, the international lawyers that are coming. Support in any way you can. Look for the means and medium of support. Support that lawyers. It is very important. I don't care the group where you belong. I don't care what you think. What I care about is Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't care the title you give to yourself. I don't care where you belong. I don't care where you believe or what you don't believe, your religion or your upbringing or your own ideology. It doesn't concern me. My concern is my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, and my supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anything that concerns them, I must support. Anything that will set them free, I must support. Anything that will make them to regain their freedom and join us, I will support it. These two men are very important. Today is 1 million march for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I strongly wish that we can have the same march for Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. Even in that his court, as every one of us is going to court that day, on the 5th of August, that 5th of August, let there be 1 million men. The same crowd we saw in convention, let that crowd besiege the court on that day. And I bet you when the Finland people look at the court and they see that their compound is filled up with Biafrans from all parts of the world, when they look at the court that day, they see that everywhere is shut down, no space, they will know that he is not alone. This same support we are giving to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu deserves and merit, we should prepare the same for Mazi Simon Ekpa. These two men have done a lot. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sacrificed everything, his career, his parents, everything about him, his own life. He put his own life on the line for us. Anything that supports him, that concerns him, we are supposed to pay attention to it. The same thing we have to do for Mazi Simon Ekpa. He sacrificed everything. He has sacrificed everything, sacrificable. So wherever you are, please, don't forget these people. They have done a lot. They have done more than enough. I appreciate everybody that participated in this very march in Biafra land. More especially our brothers from Yoruba land that came down all the way to Abia State. You can imagine. Some people will say, oh, it's for eye service. If it is eye service, a Yoruba man moved all the way from Abuja, all the way from Lagos, and came to Abia State to protest. You call it eye service. You, we be Igbo man, why you not come do your own eye service? Why? Why didn't you come and do your own eye service, an Igbo man? You are in Nigeria there. You are in Nigeria. Some of you are even in Abia State. But you didn't come out. But a Yoruba man came and joined you in solidarity all the way from Abuja. And you call it politics. You call it eye service. Why you no come do your own politics and eye service? At least if you come, it will be +1. If it is 1 million, it's 1 million and 1. If it's 2 million, it's 2 million and 1. Why didn't you come? Why didn't you come? Some of us are only good in complaint. Anyone that somebody does, you will complain. Anyone that somebody did, you will condemn it. Anyone that somebody bring up, except if it is you that did it. If it is not you and your group, you will never support it. You will talk against it. That is a very bad energy. That is a bad energy. Learn to support each other. Learn to hold on to the unity of purpose. Hold on to the unity of purpose. The unity of purpose I always preach in this platform, in this my platform, is Biafra. Anyhow you know you want to get it, go ahead and do it. I stand with you. As long as you're truthful. Once I see you do something truthfully, I will support it, I will promote it. You don't have to come and tell me. And if you lie, you push propaganda. I will not promote propaganda. I will not promote lie. That is not the standard of my platform. My standard, the platform I'm running has a standard. No matter who you are, once you do something and I see it is positive to Biafra, I will promote it. Even if you are a one Nigerianist, you do something, I see this one for our own advantage, I will take it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, most of the program, have even praised people you never believe he can praise. He even praised all Jews of Kalu in some cases when they behave well. All the governors, he praised them when they behave well. And when they misbehave, he flogged them. He doesn't spare anyone of them. That is what we do. So we must continue. Let's hear a little more from our Prime Minister and our Supreme Leader, then we can be able to round up.
Nnamdi Kanu will be released. It doesn't matter how they do it, he is going to be released. Because the Nigeria court cannot sentence him. There is no way you can sentence him. The only thing is that we don't want him to stay long like they are doing other people. Tomorrow they take him to court, next tomorrow they adjourn it, the other day they adjourn it. We need to ground the economy of Nigeria, for crying sake. If from 15th of next month, from 15th of December, if there is no concrete thing, Biafrans are going to rise up. Go and mark it. After the 15th of December, and there is no tangible thing happening in the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafrans are going to rise up. It is going to be autopiloted revolution. We are going to rise up.
That is what it is today. Today is autopiloted now.
And nobody,
that prophecy have come to pass.
Nobody is a leader. Only person that will stop what is
today
about to
is
autopiloted. It doesn't matter. See, let me tell you.
Group are fighting for it.
It has nothing to. This one is complete autopilot. The spirit of Biafra. After the 15th of December, we possess everybody.
It happened. It has possessed everybody.
We are going to end this thing once and for all. You see, if we are not showing our craziness, these people will not allow us to rest. Can you imagine the nonsense here? That have been enjoying, their criminals have been enjoying, terrorists have been enjoying, they have been recruiting them, they have been begging them, they have been doing, and our elders just went to Abuja for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It becomes a problem to them. You don't know how ruthless these people are. You don't know how heartless these people are. You need somebody that can show them that it is bomber to bomber, iron to iron. Let us show them craziness. You think craziness is in one person's body? My brother, we are all crazy. Especially when we are fighting for survival. Yes. What I am doing is fighting for survival. I am fighting to survive. If nobody do what I am doing now, in the next, or what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing and have done, in the next 10 years, you can't go to Nigeria. Those of you who live abroad, you can't. Even now, can you go to Nigeria? Niger State is already controlled by Boko Haram. And it is 2 hours from Abuja, or 1.5 hours from Abuja. It's already controlled by Boko Haram. Northeast now is a no-go area. In the Northeast is a no-go area. You can't go there. In the Northwest, you can't go there. Very soon it will come down to Kaduna. Kaduna is already a no-go area. Abuja, from Abuja to Kaduna, you can't travel anymore by road without facing a gunshot, without facing from somebody firing at your car and all that. And it is happening on a daily basis. Where are the military? They are in the east, suppressing our men and our women. Preparing ground for the invasion of these terrorists in our land. So, this is where my anger is coming from. Because I know these people very well. That is why I say, we must not relax an inch. No matter the promise made to us, no matter the promise the presidency made to us, we must not relax, not even an inch. Otherwise, we will disappoint our unborn children. And now we have 10,000 people watching live and direct. 10,000 people watching live and direct on all platforms. 10,000. I told him we are not fighting, but I don't want to speak to you. Block my number, please. After that, I tried the number. He respected that and blocked the number. Of Simon Ekpa, not even discussing anything, just that I am talking with somebody, just like I know. Bring any audio recording where I was seen discussing with any politician. That was the reason Owazirike came out to say nobody called them, nobody can call him, he don't know anybody, he don't talk to anybody. That was the reason Owazirike come to say it. bring any audio recording where I was seen discussing with any politician. That was the reason Owazirike came out to say nobody called them, nobody can call him, he don't know anybody, he don't talk to anybody. That was the reason Owazirike come to say it. Because he has made all the contact with all the saboteurs in the politics in Nigeria. Do you have contact with this Simon Ekpa? Do you speak to Simon Ekpa? Do we have anybody in the APC who has spoken to Simon Ekpa? Is there any governor who has spoken to him? Any senator? They have made all this finding after my exposition. None. And he came to say, nobody know him, nobody speak to him, because they have found out. I don't speak to anybody. And I have the contact. I have their contact. And if I want to speak, I will speak to them. Some of them know me personally. Some of the senators know me personally. Some of the governors know me personally. Personally. I don't speak with them. So, and I challenge anybody. If you know that if you have any audio recording of Simon Ekpa, not even discussing anything, just that I am talking with somebody, just like I know the person, I am discussing with him. That is, it calls me, hello Simon, how are you? How are you doing today? How is everything? I want you to bring the audio because the record. If you talk to a Nigerian politician, they record it. But you know what? They will not bring because they don't have. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that I don't even speak to any politician. In fact, I don't even have the time to speak to any Nigerian politician. There are some of them that I respect. Some of them, and they know themselves. In fact, I respect only one politician in Nigeria. Only one person. I respect or let me say two. I respect two politicians very well. And they know me very well. I don't talk to them. In fact, I told one to block my number. Immediately I joined IPOB, I told one to block my number. And he did. You see, people don't know how serious I am. I told one to block my number. He did. And I called the number and made sure he blocked me. I told him we are not fighting, but I don't want to speak to you. Block my number, please. After that, I tried the number. He respected that and blocked the number. Till today. So nobody will come and say, I am speaking to him. Nobody. Not to talk of collecting money. Not to talk of being a Nigeria agent. For what? And it baffles me. You know, there is no lie you cannot tell. And because the people that are telling this lie don't have brain. Otherwise, why would somebody be fighting Nigeria and working for the Nigeria at the same time? It doesn't make sense. But of course, to fools, it makes a lot of sense. They tell you Simon Ekpa is working for Nigeria government. He has come to destroy IPOB. He has come to do this. We are going to know who is real at the end of the day. Listen, I am not shaking. Even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out today and say, okay, I'm not going to talk, I will be here until Onicharonde. Do you know what is Onicharonde? Until we see he will use his own eye, he will watch my videos, he is going to hear the truth at the end of it. I'm not shaking. And I will not change. This is who I am. This is who I am. I can't change. There is nothing you can do in this life to shake me. I am unshakable. And I am crazy at the same time. Very, very crazy. When it comes to what I know that I'm doing the right thing, I don't move. I am fighting for the freedom of my people. In Finland, where I live, people died fighting for the freedom of this country. People died, and they respect them. They call them heroes. Heroes. People who fought, finished war for independence from Russia. They honor them every year. on the 6th of December, we celebrate independence in Finland. It is a big celebration. It's a big celebration. The president will stand, and all the House of Representatives, all the House of whatever, all big politicians, diplomats from Scandinavia, from everybody will come and line up to greet and shake the president. It's a big thing. People died. So if any country, know what is freedom, Finland is one of them that know what is freedom. And some fought, thank you, Alina Katan. Some fought Finnish wars, yes, and survived. Your grandfather fought Finnish war, thank you. So the country where I am is the country that know what is freedom, what freedom means. And they are very, very sympathetic to people that are being killed like they are killing us in Africa. They are very, very sympathetic. If you come to this country, you see what they call castle or castle. You go to castle, what the Finnish people built during the war in the cold of -40 degrees. -40 degrees where there is no cloth, where there is no cloth, where people don't have the kind of cloth you have today, and under the cold of -40 degrees above freezing point, they build castle. They built castle and they saved life. The people were going into the castle for safety. It is only in a country that don't know what is war. Only in a country that they just out of a referendum, they got independence and all that. They don't know what is war. They don't know what is freedom per se, even though they know. But not like a country like Finland. They fought and people died. People died. So why wouldn't I be very bold and very brave to fight for the freedom of my people? And the people I'm fighting the freedom with are only interested in castigating and blackmailing me, telling that I am an agent of Nigerian government. I don't know how I become the agent of Nigerian government, because I have different opinion with you, because I don't want corruption, because I don't support evil. All of a sudden, I become the Nigeria agent. That is a very confusing thing. Because actually, it is you people that are supporting corruption that I will say you support the Nigeria system. I don't support Nigeria system. That is why I'm different. You are fighting me because I say no to corruption in the leadership. You are fighting me because I don't support evil. You are fighting me because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told me to stand by the truth, and I want to stand by the truth. You are fighting me because I am doing something differently than you. Because I don't be follow. I'm not looking for any favor from anybody. I'm not looking for anybody in the leadership to recognize me. I don't care. You can't give me anything. That is the only difference we have. The only difference is that I am not looking for anybody to give me position in IPOB. I don't need it. I'm not looking for somebody to favor me in IPOB. I don't need it. But you need it. You need it to survive. You need favor from the leadership. You need to get document. You need to get money to feed yourself. You need to make a living. You need the recognition. I don't need all those things. That is the difference between me and you. And that's why I can stand on my ground without looking face. I am already a made man before joining the struggle for Biafra. I did not come here as a hungry person. I am made. It is not bragging, but it's a fact. Before joining Biafra struggle, I have made name. The only thing is that you don't know me. And I am very, very happy for myself. The only thing is that you don't know me. And the people who know me know me. But I have made name for myself. I have distinguished myself honorably in my own profession and in everything I do. So you don't know me. But the struggle now made you to know me. So the only difference between me and you people is that I am not looking for favor from anybody. And that's why I can talk anyhow I want. It is not pride. It is just who I am. And that is why I don't care what you do. So long as I stand on the truth and what I believe is truth, I don't care. And I'm not afraid of anybody. If you like, go to Juju and consult Juju. I have God in me. If I have challenged you people, if you like, you go to your Aroshi and kill ram or kill cow and Fulani. You people don't know that most of the Aroshi is not working anymore because you are killing Fulani cow to Aroshi Igbo. When you go to Oracle, you will see Fulani, you will see this Nama. Nama is, all these things are, you know, oh my God. You people think that those things have power. It don't have power again. Fulani Juju have actually neutralized all of them. You go to all this Oracle, you bring a ram to kill to Igbo Aroshi and the Igbo Oracle. Most of the things happening to you people today, you caused it yourself. You want to bury your mother, even though some of us have made that mistake, but we have repented. You want to bury your mother, you use a Fulani cow to bury your mother. And it's abomination. You want to bury your father, you use Fulani cow to bury your father. It's abomination. It's arrow. Some of you don't know this. You have sinned against your own land. If you want to celebrate something, you kill Fulani cow. For what? When you have the Igbo cow, when you have the traditional cow of Ndi Igbo and your own people, you don't use it. When you have Mpi, do you know what is Mpi? If you want to go and appease your Aroshi, use Mpi Mbo that smells. That is what the Oracle can understand. Not when you go and bring a Fulani cow that are Juju cow. The cow that can multiply in the bush in the night. A cow that can disappear after they kill them in the market. You come and use it to abuse your Oracle. Your Oracle will explode and begin to kill people. I am telling you. Some of you don't know what you have done in your land. Our land has been adulterated by all these foreign cows and cows that our Oracle don't eat. That is what is bringing problem to some of you. So I said, go and consult your Oracle. I don't care. I will stand on the truth without shaking. Because he that is in me is greater than he that is in you. I have it double portion. Christianity, I am there. Traditional, I am there. Pastor, I am there. Reverend Father, I am there. In fact, look at this. It is not fancy. It is not fancy. You see it? Anyhow you want it, I did. It is not fancy. So if you want anyone you want, I did there. And I know they hide. So, but the point is that I believe in God. And I believe in Jesus Christ as a personal Lord and Savior. But what you don't know is bigger than you. So, I hold offer na ogu to everybody. I don't look for trouble. I am not a sabo in Biafra struggle. I have joined this struggle with everything in me. With everything in me. And that is why I will go to work. I will make broadcast. I will do research. I will do work also that you don't know. I will do a lot of work you don't know in this struggle. And I don't need to tell you. And I will still come here. And even ordinary broadcasting, you wonder how I do it. Some of you wonder, how does he do it? You know, when he do all the research, when he do all the this one, all the that one, and all that. It is not only that. I came prepared spiritually and physically. Spiritually and physically. So I am born for this. And only those who know, they know. Now we are, let us continue.
Oh my goodness. We are also on YouTube, please. Those of you abroad, in fact, download the app and listen to it. It's a low, should I say, low data usage app. It is. Because Facebook won't allow all of you to listen. Because they're terrified of us. They are terrified of the truth. Did you hear what I said? I said last year they formed Ogbunigwe. And as they were forming the Ogbunigwe, they said, We are forwarding a bill to all the houses to enact a law. The same thing they said 4 days ago. This exactly the same thing they said 4 days ago. It's now a Budele. Last year was a Buni. Now it's a Bube giraffe. Also. This year. Are these the people you will trust with your lives? I'm asking you. Are these the people, the sort of people you're going to trust with everything that you are as a human being? I believe that the answer is no. I believe it is no. People called it hide and seek, that they are playing hide and seek. This was a year ago. Nation newspaper. Everybody reported it. Following the launching of Amoteku, they now launched their own called Obunigwe. What happened to Obunigwe? Nobody knows. As they keep announcing, no personnel, nobody, they're not paying anybody, no logo, no livery, no nothing. No ordinary bicycle they don't have. They announced it to steal the thunder of ESN. So people can say, oh, but he's backed up by the law. We have the governors. What happened to Obunigwe? Nothing. The same nonsense. The same garbage. Year in, year out. In fact, I'm going to post that on this program. Insecurity. Go and Google it. Insecurity. Southeast governors play hide and seek. Last year. They have come again this year. Because their flying masters have said, why are you there? We are dying in your forest. And I said, so we'll kill you. If we find in the forest, you are dead. Do you know that Dave Vumahi went on air and said that ESN fighting Fulani terrorists and killing them in the bushes, that is a crime. That's what he said. It's a crime. We cannot have them killing cattle and killing these Fulani. There are terrorists in the bushes. If we see you there, you are dead. We told you, we warned you. The same thing with checkpoints on the road. I said I don't want to see any checkpoint anywhere. If you come out to do checkpoints, you will die. I don't want to see any checkpoint anywhere in our land. No checkpoint. Go to Sambisa Forest and establish your checkpoints there if you want. You will die.
The NCM want to make it critically clear that if Nnamdi Kanu should be released to his tribal bygones, we will mobilize other ethnic groups to act in the same way and also later demand for audience with the president for their release. It is expedient to note that a stitch in time saves 9. We will always prefer to be addressed as Nigerians than reducing Nigeria to a mere ethnic jaguist. In conclusion, Nnamdi Kanu is facing a criminal charges against the states.
He says facing a criminal charges. Oh my God. This man says Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing a criminal charges. Can you ask him what is the crime? Let us refresh this thing. Committing a crime. Colonized or oppressed people shall have the right to free themselves from the bond of domination by resorting to any means recognized by international community. Any means recognized by international community. All people shall have the right to the assistance of the state parties to the present charter in their liberation struggle against foreign domination, be it political, economic, or cultural. And I have said it several times. When you talk about liberation here, this particular section 3, subsection 3 say, all people shall have the right to the assistance of the state parties to the present charter in their liberation struggle. So this liberation struggle here is actually talking about arms struggle. The liberation struggle means armed struggle. You use arms and ammunition, force, to fight against the foreign domination. So what we are experiencing now is foreign domination of Fulani. Foreign Fulani domination is what we are experiencing now. Be it political, economic, and cultural. So it is exactly what we should be doing, but we are not doing it yet. We're not doing it yet. But we are going to be creating awareness for it, for people to understand. Article 21 says, all people shall freely dispose of their wealth and natural resources. Its right shall be exercised in exclusive interest of the people. No one, in no case, shall a people be deprived of it. Of course, this one is even a different thing, but we have just, seen the self-determination as enshrined in African Charter Human and People's Rights, under which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is operating, and Nigeria is signatory to this particular law, and it was domesticated in 1983. Nigeria signed this thing into law, and it has become a domestic law in Nigeria. So what are we not talking? And this man will now come here to tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing criminal charges for self-determination. So the Fulani need to understand that you cannot charge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for treason. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting to take over Nigeria government. We have explained this thing, continue to explain it, but because this Fulani don't go to school, law, they can't interpret it. Interpretation of law is different. That's why Malami will now change the sedition into subversive campaign. And I have explained subversive campaign. You cannot charge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for subversive campaign because his activity has nothing to do with subversive campaign. We have also went further to define subversive campaign, and it is not even close to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done and what we are doing. So there is no way you are going to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing criminal charges. He is a political prisoner. Political prisoner is not facing criminal charges. It has nothing to do with crime. It is political. And it is not also wrong that they want to solve it politically, even though there is no case against him. Since they want to use it to score cheap political points, we agree. We agree, no problem. There is no problem. But let it be fast. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not spend Christmas. And when I say, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spend Christmas in prison, that everybody will not do Christmas in the East. You see some of all these illiterate Amajiri, warriors shouting, Simon Ekpa, I want to bring terrorists. They say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. You can imagine. The people have turned against me. They even call me terrorist. The people we are fighting Biafra for, the people we are fighting together, they turn around to call me terrorist. You imagine? Because I advocated for no peace for those who will be eating bone during the Christmas. They want to eat chicken. They want to eat nkobi. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be sleeping without pillow. And he is fighting for your good. So if we decide to embark on some kind of civil disobedience for Christmas, so that everybody will feel the pain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is feeling, we know he don't support it. We know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never support it from the DSS there. But we have to do it for him. We have to do it. It is the thing we are going to do for him. He will not support it. He can never support it. We are going to do it for him. Just like the way he don't support the sit at home, he have cancelled it. We don't agree. We are disagreeing. This is not about disobedience. This is not about disobeying order. We are not agreeing. We have decided to be embarking on sit at home for him. For him. It is just a token of what we can do to register our anger against impunity of the Nigerian government. So, why should we be sleeping when he is not sleeping with pillow? How? Now let us continue.
I think we have to stop it here so that we can come back later on and complete the message. The most important thing you have to know is that the very sit at home, the very 1 million march for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today was a very, very huge success. The 1 million march is a huge success. And just like Mazi Samaneka said, there are things we have to do for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is not going to support it because of the love he has for us. He is not bound to support it, but we must do it for him. You see, that is why sometimes I tell people, before you quote Mazi Simon Ekpa and say he did, he said, try to know the reason he said what he said and under which circumstances did he make the statement he made. Sometimes people quote Mazi Simon Ekpa, but they don't remember the circumstances under which he made the comment. Because in every statement that Mazi Ekpa says, in anything he says, there is always a caveat to whatever he says. In everything he says, there's always a caveat. If you just go and print what he has said and you just copy it blue, black, the way it is, you will make a mistake and you will get into trouble. You don't just go and copy it. That is why Mazi Simon Ekpa is different. In everything Mazi Simon Ekpa is saying, there is always a caveat. When he said he will not obey the order from the DSS, he put a caveat. When he said we were not going to stop the sit at home, even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not support it, he put a caveat. Even when he talked about the protest, anything he says, there's always a caveat. And if you continue to ignore those caveats he puts, you will always misunderstand his message. You don't just copy it in black and white. You must think about the circumstances under which he made that very statement. The context. In everything he said, just always look at the context surrounding that very statement he made, and you will understand him better, and you will equally be able to follow better. So I appreciate everyone that have been able to join on this program today. Tomorrow we are going to continue. Later in the evening, I'm still going to come back this evening also to bring out some updates and direct speech that came from this very protest from important personalities. I'm going to play the speeches in the evening. So join me in the evening section. We're going to be back here in the evening to go on the evening section. So as you join, like and share this program. If you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you want him to be free, share it. The world need to see this 1 million march. The whole world need to see it. If you want Donald Trump to speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is what is needed. He will not just speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or about Biafra without this mass. When he sees this mass movement, he can be able to his attention will be called. He will be forced to speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How can he see? It's by you sharing. As you're sharing it, you never know who can see. Maybe your own share is one that will see. Maybe my own. So continue to share so that we can be able to get across this information. And we're going to come back later in the day. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every single one of us that participated in this program. I appreciate every one of you, both those that hate us and those that like us, both those that came to attack and those that are friendly, both those who love Biafra and those who hate Biafra, both those who came here for one reason or the other. I appreciate everybody and I thank you for being part of the program. We're going to be back again later in the day. If you can't join us today in the evening, tomorrow same time we are still going to be here to speak for more things I have. There are some videos I can't be able to play here, which I will play in the evening and we continue. So thank you so much for joining. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every single one of us in Biafra land that participated. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will protect them, guide them. So far, we have not heard of any attack from the police or from the army. We have not heard of any incident of tear gas yet. So, but we are still waiting. We are going to be looking through. When we come back in the evening, we are still going to give you more report on what is happening. Continue to pray for our brothers and sisters who are on the ground, making sure that our voice is heard. Continue to pray for them. It's not easy to be in the war front. It's not easy. For them to be there and they are still waxing strong and doing what they have to do, they deserve praise. We appreciate every one of them and we appreciate our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to strengthen them, give them good health, protect them, secure them, and bring them back to us as soon as possible. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you and I thank you for being part of this program. We are going to see you again later in the day. Thank you so much for being part of the program. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama protect you. See you again later in the evening. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chiko Ikabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Isala, Nina, Cosa Hansa, Nana Jama, Nana Farusi, Obanana, Obia, and then saw no one and you went out of his Kahara and you went out young. Be connected with make a difference with your source and we're not going
But you know what? They would like you to believe that America is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is my fault. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.